खेरि सबैको कभर हुन्छ, आरबीबी को पनि कभर हुन्छ, एनआरबी को पनि कभर हुन्छ, नेपाल बैंक को पनि कभर हुन्छ, एडीबीएल को त अब्जेक्टिभ मात्रै छ। यति विषयहरू तपाईहरुले लमा हेर्नु पर्यो। अब हामी कर्मश छलफल गर्दै जान्छौं। फर्स्ट, बैंकिङ अफेन्स एन्ड पनिशमेन्ट एक्ट 2064। बैंकिङ अफेन्स एन्ड पनिशमेन्ट एक्ट 2064 पहिलो एक्ट। यसको बारेमा आज हामी हेर्छौं। पहिला यसको केही फ्याक्टहरु हेर्नु। Published date of this act 64-10-23. 64-10-23 is the date of publish, date of authentication, and date of enforcement of this act. हामीले कति पढ्नु भन्नु भएको छ? चौथो लेभलले 6 वटा पढ्नु, अघि भनेको 9 वटा मध्ये। पाँचौंले त्यो अघि भनेका सबै पढ्नु। एनआरबी ले अघि भनेका मध्ये 5 वटा पढ्नु। तर यो 9 वटै पढ्दा सबैको सिलेबसको एक्टहरु सबै कभर हुन्छ। र बुझियो? कुन कुन कानुन पढ्ने भन्ने बुझियो कि बुझिएन? अघि यहाँबाट सबै कमा दिएर कानुनहरु देखाएको छ नि त। यो मध्ये त्यो अगाडिको 6 वटा कसले? चौथोले। अनि यो 9 वटा सबै पाँचौंले। यो मध्ये बैंकिङ अफेन्स, बाफिया, एनआरबी, अल्पा, कम्पनी, एनआरबी ले। ठीक छ? यति चाहिँ तपाईहरुले पढ्नु पर्ने कसको। अब यो सबै पढ्दा सबैको कभर। तर आरबीबी को पाँचौं हुनुहुन्छ भने हामी यहाँ सबै गर्छौं। हुनुहुन्न भने त्यो 6 वटा सुरुको 6 वटा गर्छौं। त्यसमा कम्पनी एक्ट पनि थप्यो भने एनआरबी को लागि पनि पुगिहाल्यो। है त? अब आज हामी कुन हेर्ने भयौं त? सबैको लागि चाहिने बैंकिङ अफेन्स एन्ड पनिशमेन्ट एक्ट। यो जुनसुकै बैंकको सबै समूहले पढ्नुपर्छ। सबै समूहले। यो ऐन कहिले आएछ त? डेट अफ पब्लिश, डेट अफ इन्फोर्समेन्ट, डेट अफ अथेन्टिकेसन जे भने पनि 2064 64-10-23। यो मिति एउटा ख्याल गर्नु पर्यो। यो एक्टमा टोटल 29 सेक्सन्स छन्। टोटल 5 च्याप्टर्स छ। शेड्युल यसमा छैन, अनुसूची छैन। 29 वटा दफा, 5 वटा च्याप्टर। 64-10-23 डेट अफ पब्लिश, डेट अफ अथेन्टिकेसन और डेट अफ इन्फोर्समेन्ट। एमेन्डमेन्ट संशोधन कहिले भएको छ त? This act is amended at 2073-618 one time. 2073-618 is the date of amendment on Banking Offence and Punishment Act 2064. कहिले भएको रहेछ यसको संशोधन? 73-618. How many times amended this law? Just one time. एक पटक मात्रै। कहिले आयो, कति दफा, कति च्याप्टर, कहिले संशोधन भयो? यो तथ्य सबैलाई आयो कि आएन? मैले तीनटा तथ्य बताएँ। सबैलाई आयो? यो कानुन कहिले प्रकाशन भयो? आयो? यो कानुनमा कति दफा, कति च्याप्टर छन् भन्ने आयो? र एमेन्डमेन्ट कति पटक भयो भन्दा one time. कहिले? कहिले भन्दा 2073-618 73 6 18 भयो भयो कि भएन 73 6 18 ओके तीनटा चीज बताएँ अब यो एक्टबाट हामी के कुरा जान्नुपर्छ त यी क्वेशनहरू यो एक्टबाट जान्नुपर्छ यहाँ केही क्वेशन छन् हेर्नु त स्क्रिनमा त्यहाँ केही क्वेशनहरू छन् जस्तो पहिलो क्वेशन हेर्नु व्हाट इज बैंकिङ अफेन्स आउटलाइन द बैंकिङ अफेन्स रिलेटेड एक्टिभिटीज prescribed or defined by Banking Offence and Punishment Act 2064 दुईटा क्वेशन जोडियो हेड एन्ड टेल क्वेशन हेड क्वेशन इज what is banking offense just meaning of banking offense and second question is what are the activities which are prescribed or which are defined by Banking Offense and Punishment Act 64 as a banking offense full activities पहिलो क्वेशनमा दुईटा इस्यु रहेछ यो दुईटाको बारेमा छलफल गर्नु पर्यो त्यस्तै सेकेन्ड क्वेशनमा पनि दुईटा इस्यु छ objective of Banking Offense and Punishment Act and the major provision of Banking Offense and Punishment Act दुईटा इस्यु रहेछ तेस्रोमा एउटै इस्यु छ Banking Offense and Punishment provisions what are the Banking Offense and Punishment provision in Banking Offense and Punishment Act कसुर र सजायको कुरा के छ अनि तेस्रोमा यो ऐन भन्दा बाहिरबाट what are the impact of banking offenses what are the एकछिन 2-4 मिनट लाइन गयो, डिस्टर्ब गरिदियो र लाइन आएको छ। फेरि स्वागत छ र डिस्टर्ब भएकोमा सरी। अब अघि हामी अलिकति 2-4वटा क्वेसन यहाँ हेर्ने भनेका थियौँ। स्क्रिनमा तपाईँहरूलाई मैले 4वटा क्वेसन यहाँ डिस्प्ले गरेको छु। यो 4वटा क्वेसन र यो स्लाइडमा भएका यो 2टा क्वेसन, यो 6वटा क्वेसन, यो प्राय कनेक्टिङ दुईटा क्वेसन छ। यति क्वेसनहरू यो जानियो भने यो ऐनको सबै विषय आउँछ, सबै क्वेसन एन्सर फर्ममा है। यी क्वेसनहरू तपाईँहरूले टिप्नुपर्छ, सबैले यी क्वेसनहरू टिप्नु र प्रत्येक विषयलाई हुने गरी हामी यहाँ छलफल गर्दै जान्छौँ। यहाँको 4वटा क्वेसन अनि यहाँको यो 2टा क्वेसन, प्रोभिजन अफ बैंकिङ अफेन्स and also recommend the issues required to amend in such law means Banking Offence and Punishment Act. यो लमा के सुधार गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने इस्यु र अझै अर्को प्रोसिड्युर फर पनिशमेन्ट अन बैंकिङ अफेन्स हो। यति पाटो हामी यो ऐनबाट ख्याल गर्नु पर्यो है त। अब यति भएपछि यो 6वटा क्वेसन टिपियो सबैले। यहाँको 2टा अनि यहाँको 4वटा एमसीक्यू रिलेटेड क्वेसन पनि छन्। अहिले प्र्याक्टिस हामी लास्टमा गर्छौँ। यसको सबै सब्जेक्टिभ जान्दाखेरि स्वतः एमसीक्यू को तथ्य त आइ नै हाल्छ। ल यो सब्जेक्टिभ क्वेसनहरू हेरियो नि हैन? ओके, अब यहाँबाट हामी हेर्दै जानु पर्यो। फर्स्ट, व्हाट इज बैंकिङ अफेन्स? बैंकिङ अफेन्स, पहिला हामी व्हाट इज बैंकिङ अफेन्सलाई हेर्नु पर्यो। बैंकिङ अफेन्स means unauthorized activities or activities against the provision of banking law are banking offenses. Mostly unauthorized activities relating to banking and committed by misusing banking means or resource, which makes the losses to bank and financial system is known as banking offense. Banking offense के रहेछ त हेर्नु त? यो त अनअथोराइज एक्टिभिटी छ। यो त बैंकिङ मिन्स को मिसयुज गरेर हुँदो रहेछ। यसले बैंकिङ सिस्टममा लस क्रिएट गर्दो रहेछ। त्यस्तो कामलाई के भन्दा रहेछौं? बैंकिङ अफेन्स। बैंकिङ अफेन्स losses may monetary or non-monetary form. Banking offense is a fraudulent activities which is also known as banking fraud, and banking fraud or fraudulent activity may losses to bank and financial institution in terms of monetary or non-monetary. दुईटै मौद्रिक पनि लस गरिदिन सक्छ, नन मोनेटरी लस पनि हुन सक्छ। दुवै प्रकारको लस हुन सक्छ, मौद्रिक र गैर मौद्रिक। अझै अर्को हेर्ने हो भने लास्टको पोइन्ट हेर्नु त, कानुनले के भनेको रहेछ? बैंकिङ अफेन्स means those activities which are indicated clearly as per the stipulated under chapter 2 of this act. All the activities which are defined within the chapter 2 of this act, these are banking offenses. कानुनले भनेको रहेछ। यतिबाट हेर्दाखेरि के बुझ्नु पर्यो भन्दा, बैंकिङ अफेन्स इज अ फ्रॉडुलेंट एक्टिविटीज अफ बैंकिङ ट्रान्जेक्सन, it is banking fraud. Banking offenses are unauthorized activities of banking transaction. It is committed by using or misusing banking means, or banking offenses are those activities or those illegal activities which creates the losses to bank and financial system, and it may losses to bank and financial system in terms of monetary loss or non-monetary loss. Monetary loss means losses of amount, and non-monetary loss means losses of goodwill and other intangible assets or property. जुनसुकैको लस हुन सक्छ। यस्तो इलिगल और अनअथोराइज एक्टिभिटीलाई के भनिदो रहेछ त बैंकिङ अफेन्स भनिदो रहेछ। ठीक छ। Banking offense are categorized mostly into two parts. One is internal type of banking fraud. Internal type of banking fraud or banking offense means those unauthorized activities which are committed by insider of bank and financial institutions. Committed by insider of bank and financial institutions. Mostly, such type of banking frauds are committed by employees, banking position holders, and banking higher authorities, such as misreporting of position, insider dealing, insider trading, or other lending or deposit related fraud, which are committed by insider of bank and financial institutions. This type of frauds are internal fraud. Another type is external. External type of fraud or external type of banking offense. External type of banking offense includes those activities which are committed by external parties like clients, third parties, and others. The example: bank robbery, bank forgery, check kiting, hacking, and other lending, deposit, transfer related activities which are created by third party or external party of bank and financial institutions. And banking offenses are also categorized based on the banking law, such as regulation related banking offenses, offense relating to banking license or misusing banking license or banking without license. These are regulation related banking offenses. Forgery means using the duplicate documents of original in the place of original document. If they use duplicate, that is forgery. If they change any content of original document without authority, that is forgery. Using the forgery document is called forgery. Forgery means किर्ते कागज बनेको, किर्ते गर्ने, किर्ते is forgery. यदि बैंकमा किर्ते प्रयोग गर्छन् भने that is also known as banking fraud. Based on banking law, कति टाइप हुँदो रहेछ? Regulation related banking offense and operational banking offense. Check kiting means dishonor of check or misusing the negotiable instrument is check kiting. These type of activities are banking offense, and banking offense categorization also here as internal, external, regulating, and operational. यति हेर्दाखेरि what is banking offense भन्ने अघि एउटा इस्यु थियो, त्यसको लागि हामी कहाँबाट हेर्यौं त? banking offense means यसको मिनिङ के हो भन्ने कुरा यहाँबाट हेर्यौं। बैंकिङ अफेन्स को टाइप्स पनि हेर्यौं हामी, यसलाई यसरी विभाजन पनि गर्न सकिन्छ भनेर। यति दुईटा हेरेपछि व्हाट इज बैंकिङ अफेन्स भन्ने मिनिङ आयो कि आएन? कहिलेकाहीँ बैंकिङ अफेन्स which is known as banking fraud. Banking frauds In terms of banking frauds, they use bank as a means and sometimes they target to bank for fraudulent activities. बैंकलाई के गर्न सक्छन् यस्तो फ्रड गर्दा अफेन्स गर्दा कहिलेकाहीँ बैंकलाई माध्यम बनाएर ठग्दा रहेछन् कहिलेकाहीँ बैंकलाई टार्गेट गरेर ठगी गर्दा रहेछन् यतिसम्म हेर्दाखेरि के भयो त मिनिङ आयो यहाँबाट मिनिङ पनि आयो यहाँबाट क्याटेगोराइजेसन पनि भयो अनि कसरी गर्छन् भन्ने कुरा पनि आयो यति जानेपछि 3 नम्बर 4 नम्बर 5 नम्बर 6 नम्बर जतिलाई आए पनि आफ्नो आधारमा कति लेख्ने तपाईमा डिपेन्ड गर्छ ठीक छ कति लेख्ने भन्ने कुरा विदिन गिवन टाइम हाउ मच यु क्यान राइट यु हेभ टु डु बेस्ट अब which international organization monitor banking offense कहाँ इन्टरनेशनल अर्गनाइजेसनले मोनिटर गर्छ बैंकिङ अफेन्सेस यो मोनिटरिङ गर्ने इस्यु होइन इट इज बैंकिङ अफेन्सेस मीन्स अनअथोराइज एक्टिभिटीज इफ एनी पर्सन commit or committed banking offenses victims can FIR to police or victim can file the case into court and court decide what type of punishment should be applied. यहाँ इन्टरनेशनल अर्गनाइजेसनले मोनिटरिङ गर्ने यस्तो इस्यु होइन यो इट इज बैंकिङ अफेन्स अफेन्स मिन्स abuse of banking provision violation of banking law violation of banking law where law and court make the punishment on them ठीक छ this is banking offense and punishment act is our domestic law and domestic law always prevail within the jurisdiction of Nepal and this law make the provision of punishment on banking offense ठीक छ यो इन्टरनेशनल अर्गनाइजेसनले मोनिटरिङ गर्ने यस्तो इस्यु होइन यो लको रेगुलेसनको कुरा हो ठीक छ बैंकिङ अफेन्स भनेको के हो भन्ने कुरा यहाँबाट आयो अब अर्को what are the banking offense related activities defined by Banking Offense and Punishment Act 2063 यो अर्को इस्यु थियो banking offense related activities defined by Banking Offense and Punishment Act अब यसमा के गरियो भने बैंकिङ अफेन्स हुन्छ त अब यसलाई बुझ्नु पर्छ यदि यो क्वेशन आयो भने जस्तो क्वेशन के what are the banking offense related activities prescribed by Banking Offense and Punishment Act 2064 this is question यो क्वेशन आयो भने के लेख्ने त क्वेशन म फेरि दोहोर्याएँ हुन त अघि मैले देखाइसकेको छु क्वेशन 6 वटा मेजर क्वेशन तपाईहरुलाई देखाएको थिएँ तिनै क्वेशनको बेसमा रहेर हामी यहाँ छलफल गर्छौं which are the provisions are in law त्यसैलाई हामी यहाँ हेर्छौं why section 4 is repealed कसको यस्तो क्वेशन चाहिने भन्दा नचाहिने बढी क्वेशन छ त रञ्जन कुमार गुप्ता दफा 4 किन रिपेल भयो भन्नु भएको छ नचाहिएर दफा 4 को प्रोभिजन आवश्यक नभएर रिपेल गरेको तो किन रिपेल भयो यस्ता क्वेशन तपाईलाई आउने होइन के तो अलि अर्कै चीज हुन् जस्ट यु हैव टु लर्न व्हाट इज इन लॉ and what provisions are relating to banking. ठीक छ? Section 4 किन हटाएको छ? The provision of Section 4 is not required. Then the first amendment of this act removed the provision of Section 4. Now there is no any content in Section 4. ल अब अर्को अहिलेको क्वेसन, अब अहिलेको क्वेसनको एन्सर लेख्ने कसरी त के त? अब अहिलेको क्वेसनको एन्सर लेख्ने कुरा बुझ्नु। अघि क्वेसनले के भनेको थियो? व्हाट आर द बैंकिङ अफेन्स रिलेटेड एक्टिभिटीज अकॉर्डिंग टु बीओपी एक्ट भनेको हैन त? अब त्यति बेला के गर्दिने? पहिला भूमिकामा लेखिदिने व्हाट इज बैंकिङ अफेन्सको अलिकति बैंकिङ अफेन्स के हो भन्ने कुरा खुलाइदिने। अनि त्यहाँ के गर्दिने? अकॉर्डिंग टु बैंकिङ अफेन्स एन्ड पनिशमेन्ट एक्ट under chapter 2, law defined the banking offense related activities in section 3 to 14b, which are outlined as below. भनेर तल बुदा बनाउँदै जाने। 14 वटा पोइन्ट हुन्छन्। के लेख्ने? सेक्सन 3 to 14b को कम से कम हेडिङलाई तपाईहरुले पिकअप गर्दिने। अनि त्यो हेडिङलाई पिकअप गर्दा कसरी लेख्ने? कर्मश लेखे पनि हुन्छ, तल माथि भए पनि केही फरक पर्दैन। के हुन् त बैंकिङ अफेन्स रिलेटेड एक्टिभिटीज? जस्तो 1, अघि माथि भूमिका लेखिसकेपछि ब्याकग्राउन्ड लेखेपछि तल यी पोइन्टहरु लेखिदिने जुन तपाईहरुले स्क्रिनमा देखिरहनु भएको छ। 1, एक्ट टु ओपन एन अकाउन्ट मीन्स बैंक अकाउन्ट or demand cash payment in an unauthorized manner. If any person open bank account by using fraudulent document, by using forged document, if any person open bank account in fictitious manner, if any person demand cash payment in unauthorized way, if any person issue or endorse check without having amount in their bank account, that is called banking offense under section 3, which is in short what we say, acts to open bank account or demand cash payment in an unauthorized manner. That is one banking offense related activities. Another one is act to make unauthorized withdrawal or payment. If any person withdraw amount from bank account in unauthorized manner, if any person transfer amount from bank in an unauthorized manner, that is banking offense related activities, which is defined in section 5. The offense is act to make unauthorized withdrawals or payment. Second point. Third one, act to obtain or make payment by way of abuse or unauthorized use of electronic means. Unauthorized use of electronic means. This provision is defined in section 6. If any persons misuse or abuse electronic means in banking transactions, like using ATM card, debit card, credit card in an unauthorized way, if they hack the banking system, such type of activities are banking offenses, which is defined in section 6. Another banking offense related activity is act to avail or provide loan, act to avail or provide loans in an unauthorized manner. If they provide loan without collateral, if they provide loan for conflict, financial interest conflict group, if they provide loan beyond the limit of prescribed by NRB, if they provide loan by wrong valuation of collateral, if they provide loan beyond the limitation provided by NRB, such type of loan distribution or loan disbursement activities are banking offenses, which is defined in section 7. Act to avail or provide loan in an unauthorized manner. That is another point. Another one is misuse of credit is another banking offense related activities. Misuse of credit. If any persons use bank loan in other fraudulent activities rather than their accepting loan from bank, or using credit in another sector, another activities beyond the provision which they use to obtain banking loan, that is another type of banking offense related activities which is defined in section 8 of this act, which is called misuse of credit. Another one is misuse of banking resource, means and assets. If they misuse banking resource, if they misuse banking means, if they misuse banking assets, that also defined as a banking offenses. यिनै पोइन्टलाई लेख्ने, कसरी लेख्ने पनि भनिरहेको छु। अघि मैले भूमिका 2-4 लाइन लेखेर अनि यो पोइन्टरलाई कर्मशः लेखिदिने भनेको अहिलेको क्वेसनमा है। के पोइन्टलाई लेख्ने भन्ने कुरा बताइरहेको, कहाँ रहेछ के। अझै अर्को हेर्नु त, act to acquire assets or open account by borrower who has overdue. This activity also banking offenses, which is defined in section 10 of this act. This is another activity. Another one, act to stop credit facility in the way to lose the working project of borrower. This is another offense full activities. If bank stop the loan for borrower at the mid time of their running project, such type of activity also defined as a banking offenses. Another one is act to making loss to bank and financial institution, making alteration in the account or ledger, or by committing fraud or forgery in accounting activities, that also defined as a banking offenses in section 12. Another one is 12A is another provision which is added in amendment, which defined as a act of any activities with fraudulent to bank and financial institutions and cooperatives. This also banking offense related activities, as well as act to derive, access low, false valuation of property, and act of preparing wrong report by auditor is also banking offense related activities, which is in section 13. Another one is act to carry out and causes to carry out irregular economic or financial transaction in bank and financial institutions, also defined as a banking offenses by this act in section 14. Then another two offenses are also added in by amendment, which are act to carry out dhukuti transaction. If any person carry out the dhukuti transaction, if any person play the dhukuti activities, also defined as a banking offenses, which is defined by section 14A of this act. And last one is act of carrying out illegal banking by cooperatives. It means banking by cooperatives without obtaining the license from NRB. It means illegal banking, which means cooperatives, if cooperatives carry out the banking without obtaining the license from NRB, that also defined as a illegal banking, which is known as banking offenseful activities. Dhukuti means informal type of banking activities where NRB approval is absence. Dhukuti also defined as a banking offenses. It is informal banking activities. It is shadow banking activities. These are the banking offense related activities which are in Chapter 2 of Banking Offense and Punishment Act 2064. अहिलेको क्वेसनले के भनेको थियो? What are the banking offense related activities according to BOP Act भनेको थियो. त्यति बेला under Chapter 2, these are the activities which are defined as a banking offenses by this law. यो कुरा लेखिदिनु पर्यो. यति गर्दाखेरि banking offense related activities के हो भन्ने कुरा पनि दफा 3 देखि 14 सम्मको हेडिङहरुलाई लेख्नु पर्दो रहेछ. यी 14 वटा पॉइन्ट लेख्नु पर्छ. त्यस्तै अब अर्को इशु. What are the objective of this act? Why this act is formulated? यसलाई हेर्नु पर्यो. Why Banking Offense and Punishment Act is formulated, or what are the rational or significance or objectives of Banking Offense and Punishment Act? अब यसलाई हेर्ने. दफा 10 को तलको बुझाइदिनु भन्नु भएको छ. तल दुईटा पोइन्ट सम्झिने. दफा 10 मा त्यहाँ यसमा लेख्नु पर्दैन, तर दुईटा पोइन्ट के सम्झिने भने bank can allow to withdraw amount up to reasonable amount for their basic survival if they are being defaulter. And another one is they can use their bank account after being defaulter only for the purpose of loan payment. These 2 points are defined in section 10 of this act. दुईटा point. तलमाथि भएर केही हुँदैन. ठीक छ? Okay. अब अर्को point. Objectives of this act. यो कानुन किन चाहिएछ त? यो कानुन बनाउनुको उद्देश्य के हो? एक. The objective of this act is one is to make the legal provision for banking offenses and punishment in banking system. Mostly, the major objective of this act is to define, to make the provision, to outline the banking offense related activities and to make the punishment on banking offense or offense related activities. That is primary objective of this act. Another objective is to promote public trust toward banking system of Nepal, which is defined as to promote the trust of public in the overall banking and financial system of country. That is another objective of this act. Then another one is to protect and promote right and interest of depositor and shareholders. Then, to provide quality and reliable banking through a healthy competition among the bank and financial institutions. Another one is to minimize the risk and impact of banking offenses to bank and financial sector. And last one is to promote financial good governance and to promote responsible banking in Nepal. These are the objective of this act. अफेन्सलाई डिस्क्राइब गरिदिनु भन्नुभएको छ. अफेन्सलाई डिस्क्राइब आवश्यक छैन तपाईहरुलाई. त्यहाँ अघि त्यसको के भित्र के छ मैले प्रत्येक अघि एउटा एउटा पोइन्टमा बताएको थिएँ. अघि तपाईहरुलाई 14 वटा अफेन्स रिलेटेड एक्टिभिटीको बेलामा मैले डिस्क्राइब गरेको थिएँ नि हैन. प्रत्येक बुदामा भित्र के छ भनेर पनि बताएको थिएँ अघि. तर एक्जाममा त भित्र भित्रको लेख्नु पर्दैन, हेडिङ हेडिङ लेखे पुग्छ. तर त्यहाँ भित्र के छ भन्ने कुरा बताएको थिएँ. ठीक छ. Okay, these are the objective of this act. Your objective भयो. Then, what are the major provision of this act? Major provision, मुख्य व्यवस्था के छ त? यो पुरै ऐनलाई समराइज गरिदिनु पर्छ यसमा. पुरै ऐनलाई समराइज गरिदिने. जस्तो pointer, the major provision of Banking Offence and Punishment Act are defined in following manner, such as one is extraterritorial jurisdiction is applicable in this act. Extraterritorial jurisdiction is applicable in this act. It means, this is first point, it means if any person commits the banking offenses from outside the country, in such case, the provision of this act is applicable and we can file the case for them into our court based on this act or this legal provision, which is known as using or adaptation of extraterritorial jurisdiction. MCQ मा भित्रबाट सोध्दा भन्ने कसरी हुन्छ सर? के भनेको यो रञ्जनजीको मैले केही कुरै बुझिन. तपाई MCQ पढ्ने हो कि सब्जेक्टिभ पढ्ने हो कि MCQ मात्रै पढ्ने हो? तपाईले MCQ मात्रै हो भने म अहिले MCQ को मात्रै प्र्याक्टिस गर्दिन्छु. सब्जेक्टिभ नचाहिने हो भने, क्वेशन एन्सर नचाहिने हो भने अब्जेक्टिभ तपाईलाई MCQ मात्रै प्र्याक्टिस गराइदिन्छु तपाईहरुको यो ग्रुपलाई. होइन सब्जेक्टिभ क्वेशन एन्सर वाला पनि हो भने पहिला यो क्वेशन एन्सर पढ्दै जानुस्. अहिले म पछाडी MCQ भनिरा छु हैन. अफेन्स भित्रको कन्टेन्ट मैले अघि तपाईलाई व्याख्या गरेको थिएँ हैन. अफेन्सको बेलामा अघि यहाँको बैंकिङ व्हाट आर द बैंकिङ अफेन्स रिलेटेड एक्टिभिटीज अकॉर्डिंग टू बैंकिङ अफेन्स एन्ड पनिशमेन्ट एक्ट भन्ने यो क्वेशनको बेलामा यो गर्दाखेरि प्रत्येक पोइन्टलाई भित्रको कुरा पनि व्याख्या गरेको थिएँ. यहाँ नलेखेको पो हो त स्क्रिनमा. यो स्क्रिनमा छैन यहाँ, तर भित्रको कुरा व्याख्या गरेको थिएँ नि त मैले. खै त सुनेको. जस्तो त्यो 1 नम्बर सेक्सन 3 को बेलामा 3टा इस्यु बताएको थिएँ. if they open bank account by using forged document, if they creates fictitious bank account, if they demand cash by using check without having a proper or sufficient amount is banking offense which is under chapter section 3 भनेर यो एकको बारेमा व्याख्या गरेका थिएँ खै त त्यो भित्र भित्रको भनेको हो नि त र एक्जाममा त्यो क्वेशन आउँदा के लेख्ने भने मैले just these point you must be outlined there त्यो भित्र भित्रको लेख्नु पर्दैन भित्रको सब्जेक्टिभ हो व्याख्या हो त्यहाँ अब्जेक्टिभ पोइन्ट पनि छैन त्यहाँ भित्रबाट अब्जेक्टिभ पोइन्टहरु तपाईलाई भनिदिएको छ ठीक छ अरु यसका अब्जेक्टिभ पोइन्ट त पछि आइहाल्छ एमसीक्यू प्र्याक्टिसमा ल अर्को हामी के छलफल गर्दै थियौं मेजर प्रोभिजन अफ दिस एक्ट मुख्य व्यवस्था के छ त यो कानूनमा यो पुरै टोटल कति सेक्सन छ 29 त्यसलाई समराइज गर्नु पर्यो यहाँ त्यो मध्ये एउटा पोइन्ट मैले के बताएँ एक्स्ट्रा टेरिटोरियल जुरिस्डिक्सन इज एप्लाई बाइ दिस एक्ट अनि एक्स्ट्रा टेरिटोरियल जुरिस्डिक्सन भनेको के रहेछ इफ एनी पर्सन commits the banking offenses from outside the country, then also they are punished under this act by our code. This act is prevail to punishment for them. This provision is extraterritorial jurisdiction provision. This is one major provision of this act. Another one is it means this act. It defines banking offenses and punishment. It defines the banking offense related activities and it defines the provision of punishment on banking offenses. This is another point. Another one is according to this act, means BOP Act, punishment for banking offenses is given such as compensate or compensation of amount of coercion, fine as per amount of coercion, and imprisonment maximum 12 years. It means if any person commits the banking offense related activities, they are fined, they are punished with the compensation of amount of coercion. They are fined as per the amount of coercion and they are imprisonment maximum up to 12 years as per the base of the amount of coercion. Amount of coercion means claim amount. Bigo. Amount of coercion भनेको के रहेछ त बिगो अपराधको रकमलाई बिगो भनिन्छ रामबहादुरले श्यामबहादुरको बैंक खाताबाट 2 लाख रुपैयाँ चोरी गर्यो र रामबहादुरले श्यामबहादुर विरुद्ध बैंकिङ कसुरमा कारबाही गरी पाऊ भन्छ भने उसले कति लाख मेरो चोरी भयो र मलाई भराइ पाऊ भन्छ 2 लाख हो 2 लाख is amount of coercion on that offense ठीक छ amount of coercion के छ त्यस्तै अर्को point चौथो point छ त्यहाँ त fraudulent transactions with cooperative is also incorporated as a banking offenses in this law. This is another point. Major point ma यसलाई पनि राख्दिने if any persons create the fraudulent activities, if any person create the fraud activities by using forged document, by using any alteration activities. This is called fraudulent activities, and fraudulent transactions with cooperative also defined as a banking offenses by this law. In section 12A, this is another major provision. Check dishonor due to insufficient balance in account is defined as a banking offenses by this law. This is another provision. Check dishonor due to insufficient balance in bank account is defined as a banking offenses by this law in section 3C. कहाँ रहेछ यस्तो? सेक्सन 3C 3 को ग मा. त्यस्तै अर्को मेजर प्रोभिजन हेर्ने हो भने act of misuse of electronic means to losses the bank and financial system, also defined as a banking offenses by this law in section 6. This is also major provision. This act has the provisions relating to investigation and prosecution. This act has the provisions relating to investigation and prosecution of banking offenses under Chapter 4, where the victims of banking offenses can FIR into Nepal Police. Nepal Police is responsible to carry out the investigation. Investigation officer can write to seize, freeze the property of offender at the time of investigation. Investigating officer can keep the accused person in detention maximum 60 days, not exceed than 7 days at a time. It is for investigation. Then, banking offense related cases are filed by government attorney into High Court. These provisions are relating to investigation and prosecution of banking offenses. These are defined within the Chapter 4 of this Act. Another major provision is this law has the provision of plea bargaining, not later than 7 days. It means 7 दिनभन्दा बढी नहुने गरी भनेको के हो भने यदि कुनै बैंकिङ कसुर गर्नेलाई अनुसन्धान गर्न पक्राउ गरेर पुलिसले जथाभावी थुन्न पाउँदैन, बाटोको म्याद बाहेक 24 घण्टा भित्र अदालतमा पेश गर्नुपर्छ. अदालतले एक पटकमा 7 दिनभन्दा बढी थुन्न अनुमति दिँदैन. एक पटकमा 7 दिन नबढ्ने गरी पटक पटक गरेर 60 दिनसम्म थुनेर अनुसन्धान गर्न पाइन्छ. केमा? बैंकिङ अफेन्समा. हो, त्यही कुरा बताएको अघि. एक्सप्लेन गर्नु पर्दैन, यो पोइन्टलाई सेन्टेन्स पुरा गर्दै भइहाल्छ है त. त्यस्तै अर्को प्रोभिजन हेर्दा यहाँको मेजर प्रोभिजन के रहेछ त अर्को, इट हैज द प्रोभिजन अफ प्ली बार्गेनिङ. 90 कता हो सर? 90 कहाँ छ र यहाँ? 90 त मनी लाउन्ड्रिङ केसमा हो 90 दिन थुन्ने त. यहाँ छ र कहीँ छैन. यहाँ त 60. बैंकिङ अफेन्समा मैक्सिमम 60 डेज, मनी लाउन्ड्रिङमा मैक्सिमम 90 डेज, फरेन एक्सचेन्जको केसमा मैक्सिमम 30 डेज. Okay. Another major provision of this act is it has provision of plea bargaining. What is plea bargaining? Plea bargaining is the process, is the activities where prosecutor make the discount on punishment demand. It may full or partial, such as if accused person accept the offenses at the time of investigation, if the accused person support to investigation, investigator and prosecutor can discount the amount of punishment on charge sheet. That is called plea bargaining. They can discount the amount of punishment in charge sheet, full or partial. प्ली बार्गेनिङलाई नेपालीमा सजाय मागदाबीमा सौदाबाजी। यो कानुनमा के व्यवस्था रहेछ? सजाय मागदाबीमा सौदाबाजी गर्न सकिने व्यवस्था छ। यो भनेको के रहेछ? कुनै अभियुक्तलाई पक्राउ गरेर अनुसन्धान गर्दा कसुर गरेको स्वीकार गर्छ र अनुसन्धानमा सहयोग गर्छ भने त्यसलाई हुन सक्ने सजायमा मुद्दा लगाउने व्यक्तिले अलिकति डिस्काउन्ट गरिदिन्छ। हो, त्यो डिस्काउन्ट गर्न सक्ने कति फुल अर पार्शियल गर्न सक्ने व्यवस्था यहाँ छ, त्यसलाई भनिदो रहेछ प्रोभिजन अफ प्ली बार्गेनिङ। This is another provision. This is another feature of this act. Another one is it has the provision of special investigation team to carry out the investigation of large and complex type of banking offenses. Special investigation team is formation by Nepal government with the consultation of Attorney General, AG, Inspector General of Nepal Police, and NRB. Nepal government can form a special investigation team. Why? To carry out the investigation of large and complex type of banking offense related cases. And this team is formulated by government with the consultation or discussion of Attorney General, Inspector General of Nepal Police, and Nepal Rashtra Bank. This is another provision. And another provision of this act is in the cases of banking offenses, plaintiff is government. In the cases of banking offenses, the plaintiff is government. It means the first party of cases of banking offenses is always Nepal government in the court. यदि बैंकिङ कसुरको मुद्दा अदालतमा गयो भने त्यसको पहिलो पक्ष को हुँदो रहेछ त मुद्दा हाल्ने पक्ष नेपाल सरकार। नेपाल सरकार वादी हुँदो रहेछ अनि जुन एक्युज्ड पर्सन हो ऊ चाहिँ प्रतिवादी अफेन्डर हुन्छ। सरकार प्लेन्टिफ, कसुर गर्ने मान्छे अफेन्डर in the case of banking offenses. Because किन हुन्छ त यस्तो? Because banking offenses are defined as a criminal offense and state case related offense. It is state case. सरकारवादी हो यो, सरकारवादी मुद्दा. That's why plaintiff is always government in banking offense cases. This is another provision. Another provision is this act defines the time limitation for FIR and prosecution of cases. Another, it has, means this act has the provision of time limitation for FIR and prosecution of the cases where they can FIR within 1 year from the date of offense notice or knowledge. Nepal government attorney can prosecute the cases of banking offenses within 6 months of FIR received. If banking offenses are committed by the staffs of bank and financial institutions or position holders of bank and financial institutions, there is no time limitations. They can file the case after 1 year, after 6 months, even after retirement of staff or position holder. There is no time limitation for the cases committed by staffs, banking staffs. These are the provisions relating to time limitation for banking offenses. Another one is corruption and banking offenses. Corruption and banking offenses are simultaneously investigated or investigating and prosecution as a state case. बैंकिङ कसुरको मुद्दामा के हुँदो रहेछ? भ्रष्टाचार र बैंकिङ कसुरको मुद्दा सँगसँगै लैजान सकिदो रहेछ। कति बेला? At the time of investigation or prosecution. If the cases are, or if the banking offenses are committed by the staff of government-owned bank and financial institutions. यो सरकारी बैंकको हकमा corruption पनि लाग्दो रहेछ। Another one is, this act is compliance with other laws such as Bank and Financial Institution Act, Anti-Money Laundering Act, etc. This act is compliance with other laws. These are the major provisions. These are the features of this act. Another point also you can add here, extra point. Extra point is, according to this act, banking offenses are categorized under the provision or under the Schedule 1 of National Criminal Procedural Code 2074. Again, another extra point on here is, banking offenses are categorized under Schedule 1 of National Criminal Procedural Code 2074. It means banking कसुर का मुद्दाहरू मुलुकी फौजदारी कार्यविधि संहिता 2074 को अनुसूची 1 अन्तर्गत पर्ने व्यवस्था रहेको। अनुसूची 1 अन्तर्गत पर्ने व्यवस्था रहेको। This is extra another point. Another extra point is, again, in case of banking offenses, the cases are being hearing by court. Cases are being hearing by court with the bail or custody for accused person. Bail or custody for accused person. कति बेला? At the time of hearing in court. अदालतमा यो बैंकिङ कसुरको सुनुवाई गर्दा प्रतिवादीलाई के गरिदो रहेछ? थुनामा राखी वा धरौटीमा राखी सुनुवाई गर्न सकिदो रहेछ। तर यसमा बुझ्ने फेरि तर if the offender is foreigner, if the accused person or offender is foreigner, they must be kept in custody at the time of hearing. विदेशी छ भने हेयरिङको बेलामा के गर्नु पर्यो? सुनेरै सुनवाई गर्नुपर्छ. These are the major provision under this act, and which is also known as the features of Banking Offence and Punishment Act. यति हेर्दाखेरि what are the objective of this act, what are the major provision or features of this act, यो आयो. यो भइसकेपछि फेरि अर्को चिज हामी हेर्न सक्छौं. What are the banking offenses and punishment provision under this act? What are the banking offenses and punishment under this act? Banking offense र punishment को व्यवस्था के छ त यो कानुनमा? 9:30 बजे सम्म ल banking offense and punishment को व्यवस्था के छ भन्यो भने you have to plot this table. First you have to write background where banking offense means unauthorized or fraudulent activities performed in bank and financial institutions. According to Banking Offence and Punishment Act, Chapter 2, Section 3 to 14B, banking offenses are defined, and under Chapter 15, Section 15 of this Act, punishment provision is outlined. The banking offense and punishment provisions are presented as below. भनेर माथि भूमिका लेखिदिएर तल के गर्न पर्यो? You have to plot this table where in one side you have to write down the banking offense related activities, and in another side you have to point out the provision of punishment for the banking offenses which are you outlined in another side. Like this. First, Section 3 to 14B. These are the banking offenses. We already discussed this type of activities, and if such offenses are committed, they are punished with this provision. Another colon, you have to point out the provision of punishment there. And the के सजाय हुँदो रहेछ यो टेबल बनाइदिनु पर्छ अफेन्स र पनिशमेन्ट सोध्यो भने. एकातिर कसुर राख्दिनु, अर्कोतिर पनिशमेन्ट राख्दिनु. कसुर सबै दफा 3 देखि 14 खसम्म छ, पनिशमेन्ट 15 मा छ. त्यसलाई यहाँ म्याच गराइदिएको हो. जस्तो सेक्सन 3 को अफेन्स अघि भनेको थियौ नि, not to open an bank account or demand cash payment in an unauthorized manner. If they act this one, this is banking offense. यो offense गर्यो भने section 3 को offense गर्यो भने के punishment हुँदो रहेछ? Compensate amount of question or claim amount, fine as per claim amount, and imprisonment up to 3 months. Section 3 को कसुरमा चेक डिसनर भए पनि यही हो. Another section 11 को हकमा, if they stop the credit facility in the way to lose the working project of borrower, bank is fined or bank is punished with the compensation amount and fine as per claim amount. There is no provision of punishment, imprisonment for the offense of section 11. And section 13 and section 7 ABC, it means if they derive wrong access or low valuation of collateral, and if they prepare wrong financial report and make the lending based on such type of wrong report, it is defined as a banking offenses. If they commit this type of section 13 related offenses, they must compensate claim amount for victims, fine as per claim amount, and imprisonment up to 4 years. Another one is for the section 12A, 14A and 14B. Means 14A के थियो 14A मा अघि कसुरमा पढाएको थियौं. Not to make any alteration in not to carry out any activities, fraudulent activities with bank and financial institution and cooperatives. 12A. 14A, not to carry out dhukuti transaction. 14B, not to carry out illegal banking by cooperatives. If these three activities or offenses are there, punishment is same. What punishment is there? Compensate amount of coercion, fine as per amount of coercion, and imprisonment up to 9 years. Up to 9 years. Up to 9 years means if the amount of coercion is up to 5 lakhs, imprisonment up to 1 to 3 years. If the amount of coercion is 50 lakhs to 5 crores, 3 to 5 years. 5 crores to 50 crores, 5 to 7 years. And above 50 crores, 7 to 9 years. Maximum 9 years. सेक्सन 11 को नेपालीमा सेक्सन 11 को नेपालीमा के भन्छ त ऋणीको चालु परियोजनालाई नोक्सानी हुने गरी कर्जा सुविधा रोकेमा कसुर भयो. अनि सजाय के भयो? क्षतिपूर्ति भराई बिगो बमोजिम जरिवाना गर्ने. बिगो बमोजिम क्षतिपूर्ति भराउने अनि बिगो बमोजिम जरिवाना गर्ने. तो बैंकलाई सजाय. यस, तो बैंकलाई. त्यही भएर त्यहाँ कैद छैन. ठीक छ. त्यस्तै for section 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. यो 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 मा के छ अघि पनि हेरेका थियौं हामी. यहाँ भएका जुनसुकै कसुर गरे पनि यसको चाहिँ प्रत्येक पोइन्टै लेख्नुपर्छ है. फेरि एक्जाममा फर्स्ट सेक्सन फल्नुलाई यो भन्न पाइँदैन नि. 5 को कसुर के यहाँ लेखिदिनुपर्छ. अघि मैले बताएको थिएँ. यहाँ चाहिँ if they commit the activities of unauthorized withdrawal and payment, if they make payment by way of abusing or unauthorized use of electronic means, if they misuse the credit, if they provide loan in unauthorized manner, if they misuse the banking resource and means, if they acquire the assets or open bank account by borrower, if they have overdue, if they carry out the irregular economic and financial transaction with bank and financial institution, and if they make the losses to bank and financial institution by alteration in bank account or ledger, same punishment is given. The punishment is compensate amount of coercion, fine as per amount of coercion, and imprisonment up to 12 years. Where if the amount of coercion is up to 10 lakhs, imprisonment is up to 1 year. If amount of coercion is 10 to 15 lakhs, imprisonment is up to 2 to 3 years. If the amount of coercion is 50 lakhs to 1 crore, imprisonment is 3 to 4 years. 1 to 10 crore, 4 to 6 years. 10 to 50 crores, 6 to 8 years. 50 crores to 1 arab, 8 to 10 years. And above 1 arab, 10 to 12 years. These punishment provisions are there. All the offenses and punishment are in this table here. And here. Section 3 to 14B. All the provisions of punishment are given in this table. And other punishment provisions also you have to write on this that questions. Other punishment provisions, where if the amount of question is not clear, they are fined up to 10 lakhs and imprisonment up to 2 years. For accessory, that means accomplice of cases, they are punished half punishment of principal offender. यो भनेको सहयोग गर्नेलाई भनेको. For accomplice means सहयोगी मतियार भन्छ नि, मतियारलाई कति half punishment of main offender means principal offender. जसले कसुर गरेको त्यसलाई हुने सजायको आधा. If the banking offenses are committed by higher authorities of bank and financial institutions, they are imprisonment extra 1 year. Yeah, here higher authority means chairperson, directors, and CEO. Chairperson, directors, and CEO. They are known as higher authorities. If they commit the banking offenses, they are punished with extra 1 year imprisonment. क्वेसन गर्ने प्रोसिक्युटरको चाहिँ इन्भेस्टिगेसन उसले जति मागे त्यति दिने. कुन क्वेसन गर्ने भनेको? प्रोसिक्युटरले केस फाइल गर्ने काम गर्छ. प्रोसिक्युटर भनेको अभियोजनकर्ता. उसले अभियोजन गर्छ, मुद्दा हाल्छ. उसले प्ली बार्गेनिङ गर्न सक्छ, घटाइदिन सक्छ. तर घटाउनलाई के चाहिँ गरे हुनुपर्छ? मैले कसुर गरेको हो भनेर स्वीकार गरे हुनुपर्छ नि त. Accused person must be accepted his offense. अनि त्यो भए पनि त उसले जितिहाल्यो नि. जति अमाउन्टको क्लेम गर्यो त्यति कहाँ, जति अमाउन्टको क्लेम गर्यो त्यति हो त. त्यो त रियलाइज्ड बाइ कोर्ट, अदालतले निर्धारण गरिदिन्छ नि त अमाउन्ट अफ क्वेसन त. होइन 1 लाख रुपियाँ हराएकोमा 10 लाख माग्यो भने ल क्लेम ल 10 लाखै गरौँ. तर अदालतले त चेक गर्छ नि त. 10 लाखको बिगो प्रस्तुत गरिएको भए तापनि फल्नो 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 किसिमलाई हेर्दा मात्रै 1 लाखको नोक्सानी भएको देखिँदा 1 लाख भराइदिने ठहर छ भन्छ नि त अदालतले. मुद्दा हाल्दा पो त्यस्तो भनेको त. अदालतले जति भन्यो त्यति दिन्छ त. कुरा बुझि बुझिएन? These are the provisions relating to punishment. यति हेरेपछि बैंकिङ अफेन्स एन्ड पनिशमेन्ट के छ भन्ने कुरा पनि यहाँबाट आयो. र अर्को इस्यु के हो भने what are the impact of banking offenses? Impact of banking offenses and what bank and financial institutions should do to minimize the risks of banking offenses. That is another point. Impact of banking offenses. These are not in law, not in this act, but this is very important point for exam. What are the impact of banking offenses into bank and financial sector? मुकेश कुमार मण्डल लेखेर पढ्नु नि भन्नुभएको छ. ल तपाईँ फिजिकल क्लास पढ्न आउनुहोस्, अनि अनलाइनमा त स्लाइडबाट त हुन्छ नि. यहाँ लेख्न मिल्छ त? तपाईँ लेखेर पढ्ने हो भने फिजिकल पढ्न आउनु पर्यो बिहानमा। होइन त, बिहान कतिवटा क्लास छ? बिहान 9:30 बजीसम्म क्लास छ मेरो त्यहाँ। अनि तपाईँ सुतेर पढ्ने, अनि पढाउनेले चाहिँ लेखेर पढाउँछ। तपाईँ सुतेर पढेपछि त पढाउनेले पनि सुतेरै पढाउँछन्। ल एनिवे, यो बेकारका कुरा नगर्नु। इम्प्याक्ट हेर्नु त, ब्याङ्किङ अफेन्सले ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरमा के इम्प्याक्ट पर्छ? यो तपाईँले आफै ल पढेर चाहिँ आउँदैन यो। मुकेशजी अरू थप थप कुरा लेखिरहनु भएको छ है, तर आवश्यक छैन भने तपाईँ सुत्न जानुहोस्, आवश्यकै छैन। यो भएन भने तपाईँलाई अर्को अर्को रिसोर्स पर्सन भन्न लगाउनु, उहाँबाट लिनु। बोर्डमा लेखेर हुँदैन क्लास, पावर पोइन्टबाट मात्रै हुन्छ। मेरोमा लेखेर पढ्ने हो भने अर्को टिचर भन्न लगाउनु, उहाँले पढाइदिनुहुन्छ। मेरो लग्यो, खै मेरो मोबाइल हेर त। ओके, ल हेर्नु त स्क्रिनमा। वाट आर द इम्प्याक्ट अफ ब्याङ्किङ अफेन्सेस इन्टु ब्याङ्क एन्ड फाइनेन्सियल सेक्टर? यो अर्को इस्यु हुन सक्छ। यसको इम्प्याक्ट these are the impact of banking offenses into banking sector, such as it may creates the monetary and non-monetary risks into banking sector. It means it increase the banking risk in terms of monetary or non-monetary form. That is one impact. Another one is accumulation of ill-gotten wealth or amount in the form of deposit into banking sector. If the offenses are increased, if the banking offenses are increased in banking sector, ill-gotten wealth, that means illegal money, is accumulated into bank and financial institutions as a or in the form of deposit. This is another type of impact. This also negative impact. You have to remember, banking offense always create the negative impact. There is no positive impact of offenses. Provision, features and provision, मैले सेम लेखिदिए हुन्छ। एक्स्ट्रा एड गर्नु पर्दैन, तिनै पोइन्टरलाई दिज आर द फिचर्स अर मेजर प्रोभिजन्स है, फिचर्सको भाषामा पनि हुने गरी पोइन्ट बनाएको अघि। त्यस्तै अर्को इम्प्याक्ट के पर्छ त? ब्याङ्किङ अफेन्स make impact on bad loans. It means bad loans will increase and creates the problem in liquidity management in bank and financial institutions if banking offense activities are increased in banking sector. That is another impact. Another one is problems will arise in the regulation of banking sector. It means if the banking offense activities are increased, regulation for banking sector is create complex and complex. An RBI is a regulator. To regulate the bank and financial institution, it is very difficult and very complex if the banking offenses are there. Another one is the quality of banking will decrease if banking offenses are there. the quality of banking will decrease, and the competitive capacity of bank and financial institution is being or will be weakened. Another one impact is increasing lack of transparency in banking transaction. It means it makes the negative impact to maintain the good governance of banking sector. Transparency is the one of major element of good governance. Another one is misuse of resources of bank and financial institution will increase. Misuse of banking resource is a banking offenses. If the offenses are growing, then the impact is misuse of resource also will be growing. Another one is abuse of banking authorities and electronic means will be increased. If banking offense activities are increased in banking sector, directly impact to misuse of authority or abuse of authority by personnel or higher authorities which have authority of bank. And electronic means, the security of electronic means or misuse of electronic means will be weakened, or the chances of misuse is increased or higher. Another is challenges arise in banking security. Not only banking security, challenge creates for good governance, transparency, and other IT-related security, as well as banking offense creates the challenges arise to protection of right and interest of depositor and consumer. The primary objective of bank and financial institution is to protect the right and interest of depositor. But if the offenses are increased, it creates the challenges to protection the right and interest of depositor. Another one is negligence in the mortgage valuation as well as bank account operation. If the offenses increase, then it directly impact to valuation of mortgage. They get negligence on the valuation and they are not aware, they are negligence to maintain the bank account operation. They can open fictitious account. They can open by using forged document. They can use bank account for cell banking. These are the shadow banking or illegal banking. Due to banking offenses, such type of negative impacts in bank and financial sector. So it should be minimized and offender must be punished. Due to this reason, Bank and Financial Institution, Banking Offense and Punishment Act is formulated. These are the impact of banking offenses in banking sector, and to minimize the banking impact of banking offenses, bank and financial institutions should play these role. These are the role of bank and financial institutions to control banking offense in banking business. What are the role of bank and financial institution to control the banking offenses in banking sector? That is another question. Regarding this question, the role of bank and financial institution to control banking offenses in their business, these are the major issues which must be performed, which must be role play by bank and financial institutions. These are to orient their employees regarding the compliance of banking law. It is very important because ignorance of law is no excuse. मलाई थाहा थिएन भन्न पाइँदैन। यहाँ आजकल त ठुल्ठुला को मान्छेले मलाई थाहा थिएन भन्दै अब गलत काम गर्दै गरिरहेको छ तर पाइन्छ ignorance of no law is no excuse. So firstly, to control the banking offenses banking sector, bank and financial institution must orient their employees regarding the compliance of banking law. Another is controlling the false account operation and fictitious lending by bank and financial institution. Another one is to develop and the use of standards and procedure for banking transaction. If the standard and procedure are clear, fraudulent activities will be minimized. Otherwise, frauds will increase. Another point is provides the information regarding banking fraud for investigation and prosecution. If any staffs, any client commits the banking offenses, bank and financial institutions must be provided this information for investigation and prosecution. This is the duty of bank and financial institution. Another one is to make the safe system of information technology in bank and financial institution. While using banking software, while using electronic means, while using electronic cards, the system of information technology, electronic cards must be safe. Another one is make the accountable and responsible for staffs and position holders into bank and financial institution on their obligation. If they are not responsible, if they are not accountable, banking offense activities will increase. So the role of bank and financial institution is to make the accountable for their staffs, to make the responsible for their staffs and position holders. Another one role of bank and financial institution to control banking offense is they should control the informal banking and cell banking transaction within banking scope, where cell banking means banking without physical presence, banking in shadow form, which is known as shadow banking, shadow transaction, banking transaction. It should be controlled, it should be restricted by bank and financial institution. Another one is effective regulation should be made on deposit and loan disbursement. What type of amount is deposited, why they are providing loan, it must be clear. Source of deposit, the purpose of loan must be clear. If it is clear, then offense will not happen and the risks will minimize. Another one is develop the use of standard for valuation of collateral. Mostly wrong valuation is the major causes of wrong lending. So to control the unauthorized lending, the primary function of bank and financial institution is to make the standard for the valuation of collateral. Another is to promote, bank and financial institutions should promote internal control and rule of law in banking process. They should follow the provision of law. They should use the internal control provision. It's support to minimize the risk and it's support to control the banking offenses into bank and financial sector. So these are the role of bank and financial institution to control the banking offenses into banking business, and the impact of banking offenses are defined in this slide. These are the impact. These are the role of bank to control the banking offenses. This is another point. From this, मैले तपाईलाई यहाँ केही क्वेशन बताएको थिएँ। अब अहिलेका क्वेशन हेर्नु त, यहाँ भएका क्वेशनहरुको सबै विषय आयो कि आएन? व्हाट इज बैंकिङ अफेन्स? अघि नै पढाएको थियौं। बैंकिङ अफेन्स रिलेटेड एक्टिभिटीज 14 वटा पोइन्ट अघि हेर्यौं। फीचर्स और मेजर प्रोभिजन अफ दिस एक्ट यो पनि हेर्यौं। ऑब्जेक्टिव्स अफ बैंकिङ अफेन्स एन्ड पनिशमेन्ट एक्ट यो पनि हेर्यौं। बैंकिङ अफेन्स एन्ड पनिशमेन्ट प्रोभिजन्स त्यो टेबल बनाएर हेर्यौं। इम्प्याक्ट पनि हेर्यौं। बैंकले के गर्नुपर्छ त्यो सजेसन पनि गर्यौं। यो सबै क्वेशनको एन्सर आयो कि आएन? हो। यस्ता यी क्वेशन एन्सर तपाईले जान्नुपर्छ यो ऐनबाट। आजलाई हामी यहाँसम्म हेर्छौं। सब्जेक्टिभ क्वेशन एन्सर सबै हामी यो ऐनबाट हुन सक्ने क्वेशन एन्सर कसरी लेख्ने के लेख्ने भन्ने कुरा सबै तपाईहरुलाई बताए। Reform in bank and financial sector after implementing this act. बैंकिङ सेक्टरको यो कानून आएपछिको रिफर्म त कहाँ भएको छ र? बैंकिङ सेक्टरको रिफर्म त बैंकिङमा छ नि छुट्टै, त्यसलाई पढ्नु। बैंकिङ टपिकमा, यो लमा हैन। ल आएपछि बैंकमा हुने अपराधलाई नियन्त्रण गर्न सकिएको छ, रिफर्म होइन। लले त कहाँ रिफर्म गर्छ र? क्राइम गर्नेलाई सजाय गरेको छ यो कानून। ल अब आजलाई हामी यति गर्छौं। यति बेलासम्म केही छ? यो ऐनबाट हुन सक्ने सबै क्वेशन छलफल गरेका छौं, सबै टपिकमा। के चुप लाग्न बोलिरहन्छु यो कुरा? यो एक्टले बैंकिङ काममा सुधार हुने होइन कि बैंकिङ कसुर हुन नदिनलाई बैंकले अघि जे गर्नुपर्छ भन्यो हो त्यो कुरामा बैंकले जोड दिनुपर्छ। यो कानून आएपछि सुधार होइन। यो कानूनले त कसुर र सजाय पो डिफाइन गरेको त। कसुर हुन नदिने गरी जानुपर्छ, त्यो कुरामा ख्याल गर्ने हो। ल अब आजलाई यति। यो बैंकिङ अफेन्स एन्ड पनिशमेन्ट एक्ट ओके, भोलि हामी अर्को कानून छलफल गर्छौं। यहाँ कुन तहको हुनुहुन्छ? यो ग्रुपमा कुन तहको हुनुहुन्छ? 4, 5 ओके। छैटौंको हुनुहुन्न हैन? ल ठिक छ। चौथो पाँचौंमा त बेसिक मात्रै आउने हो, अलिक कम्प्लेक्स आउने पनि होइन। सेक्सन सम्झे लेखे हुन्छ, नसम्झे अनिवार्य छैन। दफा 3 देखि 14 ख सम्म छ भनेर माथि भूमिकामा लेख्दै भइहाल्छ। हस्, थ्यांक यू, बाइ बाइ, गुड नाइट।